Hi everyone, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. So today I am here with my July book haul. I have 5 books altogether to show you, and one of them I am unpackaging, unboxing, unwrapping. I'm opening up a parcel for you guys. So yeah, without much further ado, let's get into the books. So the first 3 books are from the sister of a girl I work with. So Leonie is my colleague. I work with her in the hotel, and her sister is Stacey. And Stacey and I are very bookish. We love reading. Of course I do. You know I do. You're here for that. But yeah, every so often Stacey will give me a book or two, and I just thought I would thank her and show off these 3 books. So the first of the 3 is called Estoril, a war novel, and it's by Dejan Tiago-Stankovic, I think. And I just love this sort of dinky hardcover edition, which is bright orange underneath, and I'm there for that. And this also sounds incredibly good too. Set in a luxurious grand hotel just outside Lisbon at the height of the Second World War, Estoril is a delightful and poignant novel about exile, divided loyalties, fear and survival. The hotel's guests include spies, fallen kings, refugees from the Balkans, Nazis, American diplomats and stateless Jews. The Portuguese secret police broodingly observe the visitors, terrified that their country's neutrality will be compromised. The novel seamlessly fuses the stories of its invented characters with appearances by historical figures like the ex-king Karol of Romania, the great Polish pianist Jan Paderewski, the British agent Ian Fleming, the Russian chess grandmaster Alexander Elkine, and the French writer and flyer Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. I'm terrible with accents. I'm really bad. Who forms a poignant friendship with a young Jewish boy living alone in the hotel. This sounds incredible, and it's a chunky one, but I think it'll be quite quick. I just get that feeling, and I can't wait to dive into this one at some point very soon-ish. So yeah. And the next one is one that I just cannot wait to get to. This looks and sounds incredible. It's called The Axemans Jazz by Ray Celestine. This is about, it's a fictional take on a true crime story which took place in New Orleans in 1919, and it was a serial killer who announced that they wouldn't kill people if they were playing jazz, and for weeks jazz played pretty much constantly at night, and people weren't attacked because they were playing jazz, but some people who weren't playing jazz music were unfortunately murdered. But this sounds incredible. New Orleans, 1919. As a dark serial killer, the Axeman, stalks the city, 3 individuals set out to unmask him. Detective Lieutenant Michael Talbot, heading up the official investigation, is struggling to find leads and harbouring his own grave secret. Former detective Luca D'Andrea finds himself working for the mafia, whose need to solve the mystery of the Axeman is every bit as urgent as that of the authorities. And Ida, a secretary at the Pinkerton Detective Agency, stumbles across a clue which lures her and her musician friend, Louis Armstrong, to the case and into terrible danger. As Michael, Luca, and Ida each draw closer to discovering the killer's identity, the Axeman himself will issue a challenge to the people of New Orleans: play jazz or risk becoming the next victim. I cannot wait to get to this. I love books that are based on true crime stories, and I also love that whole jazz age of the late 1900s and the early sort of 1920s. I absolutely am there for this book, and I cannot wait to get to it. I'm so excited. I did not know this existed, and I'm happy to have this now. The last book that I got from Stacey is called Death Row, The Final Minutes, and this is by Michelle Lyons. My life as an execution witness in America's most infamous prison. This is a true crime novel, and it tells the story of this woman who has witnessed hundreds of executions on death row in a prison in America. Once the inmate was on the gurney and the needles were in, nothing was going to save them. You'd hear their last breath, their lungs collapsing and pushing the air out like a set of bellows. In 12 years, Michelle Lyons witnessed nearly 300 executions, first as a reporter, then as a spokesperson for the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. Michelle was a frequent visitor to Huntsville Walls Unit, where she recorded the final moments of death row inmates' lives before they were put to death by the state. She was in the death chamber as some of the most notorious criminals, including serial killers, child murderers, and rapists, spoke their last words on earth, while a cocktail of lethal drugs surged through their veins. Michelle supported the death penalty before misgivings began to set in as the executions mounted. During her time in the prison system, and together with her dear friend and colleague Larry Fitzgerald, she came to know and like some of the condemned men and women she saw die. She began to query the arbitrary nature of the death penalty and asked the question, do executions make victims of us all? Death Row, The Final Minutes is an important take on crime and punishment at a fascinating point in America's political history. I am so here for this, and I can't wait to get to this as well. I'm so excited. I love it. Thank you so much for those books, Stacey. I look so forward to getting to them. So the fourth book in this haul is less a book, more a collection of comic strips. My husband Duncan and I went to a dinner party hosted by one of our really dear friends, Pete. And while we were there, Pete gifted me this. It is Oor Wullie. And the tagline is Oor Wullie, your Wullie, Aberdeen's Wullie. There you go. Yes. So Oor Wullie, like I say, is a collection of comic strips. I believe it appears in a newspaper. It's by DC Thomson, who is a very famous newspaper publisher in Dundee. There's nae slowing Oor Wullie doon. At the end of this carty race, catch him weekly in the Sunday Post, where he aye wins first place. So it's like black and white drawings with a sort of a story running through them. And I used to get these as a child at Christmas time. There was Oor Wullie, there was The Dandy. I think that was a comic though, I'm fairly certain. I don't think that came in books. And there was the Bruins, and it's just so much fun. A lovely piece of Scottish history as well, because this has been going since I think the 1930s. I might be wrong. If I am wrong, I'll pop it down on the screen. I think it's the 1930s though. But yeah, thanks Pete for this. I look forward to getting to it. So the final book I have to show you is the book that I'm opening up. I know what this is. Well, I hope it's what I think it is, because if it's not, then yeah, that might be embarrassing, but I'm excited to get to this. Really excited to get to opening this. So here we go. It is what I thought it was. Thank goodness me. Oh, right, okay, so are you ready? It is Agatha Christie, Midsummer Mysteries, and this goes with the Midwinter Mysteries, I think it's called. Yes, and it's a gorgeous collection of Agatha Christie stories, and they're being brought together. They're sort of set around the summertime, and I can't wait. Secrets and suspense from the Queen of Crime. Summertime. As the temperature rises, so does the potential for evil. From Cornwall to the French Riviera, whether against a background of Delphic temples or English country houses, Agatha Christie's most famous characters solve even the most devilish of conundrums as the summer sun beats down. Pull up a deck chair and enjoy plot twists and red herrings galore from the best-selling novelist of all time. I absolutely love this. It's like in gold. I hope that's picking up, that it sort of like glitters. And then the back is the same and the spine looks like that. Some of the stories in this book, oh my goodness, the end papers though. Oh, wow, they're so pretty. I love them. I love them. Daisies are my favourite flower. It's just meant to be. Okay, so some of the pictures, there are no pictures, Graham. No, there aren't. Okay, some of the stories, even, in this book are The Bloodstained Pavement, The Double Clue, Death on the Nile. I think that's a Parker Pine story. Harlequin's Lane, The Adventure of the Italian Nobleman, Jane in Search of a Job, The Disappearance of Mr. Davenheim, The Idle House of Astarte, The Raja's Emerald, The Oracle at Delphi, The Adventure of the Sinister Stranger, and The Incredible Theft. I am so excited. I haven't read many Agatha Christie short stories. I mean, I've read the Parker Pine ones and they're quite good. But predominantly I have just read Agatha Christie's novels, which is criminal because her short stories are amazing. The ones I've read anyway. So yeah, I'm so excited to get to this. I'm really excited to get to all of these books. I say that all the time and then invariably I don't get to the books because I have no self-control and I buy tons and tons more. But I think this is my first book haul in July and it's like the last days of July. I haven't bought many books. I've bought some, but I haven't hauled them yet. So I'll get around to hauling them. But yeah, look for more book hauls coming in August because there will be. I have plans to buy lots of books because I've done extra hours this month at work and my wage slip says that I'm fairly rich this month. So, well, next month. So yeah, I'm rabbiting on, aren't I? Yes, okay. I've just finished night shift and it's like 8:30 in the morning and yeah, I need to go to bed. So yeah, here goes. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have so much fun doing it. Whatever you're reading, I hope you love it. Stay fabulous, be amazing, be yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye-bye.